Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Pang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah!
What's going on? I'm Scott.
And I'm Bill.
And this is
The Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Epi number 105, I believe it is.
I think, yeah.
Wow. I can't believe we've done 105 of these. Should I just be like, oh man, I can't believe I... Never mind.
I gotta stop counting on my fingers at the beginning of every show to remember what number it is and just write it down.
You know what? I didn't even put it in the description.
Ooh.
So if I stop saying it, we're slowly
moving away
from it. Because it's just the show now.
Just the show?
Yeah, well, the episode numbers are so high that just beating people over the head with them repeatedly, like we can't even keep track of them at this point.
Allie Reed right there.
From Fly 92.3.
Check her in the afternoon.
Pink's my roomie. I had
Yes.
a dream about that. It was weird. I had a very detailed dream. It was crazy.
Did you hear about it?
Did I tell you?
No, you just reminded me of a detailed dream that I had.
I had a dream that Scott and I were roommates, and we had bunk beds, and we had like a water issue. It was not really exciting. It was very boring, but.
Well, water issues are a problem around this time of year, especially when pipes freeze. So make
There
sure
goes my roomie.
that if your pipes are prone to freezing, you leave them a dripping. We had the pipes in our little swag pad frozen for about a week. So.
And that's because the freaking weather we've been getting here, like it has been so cold, and they'll be so warm. It's just insane. So yesterday I tried to get into my shed out back to get my snowblower ready for today, and the lock on my shed is froze. So I couldn't get like the key in or anything like that. So I had to go out and get one of these like defroster things that you can get. It comes like in this thing that's almost like a chapstick, and you take it out and you can put it into the lock, and it like heats it up.
Interesting.
So I gotta do that when I get home.
I
And
punched a hole in my car.
Ugh.
Not with my fist, but like, I learned the other day that there's a little thingy in between the windshield and the hood called the windshield wiper cowl, and it's a plastic little tray. I was trying to scrape some ice out, and I just went right through it because the plastic was so brittle.
Oh, dude, people don't know how to freaking drive right now. It's snowing here in the capital region of New York, right? Probably snowing in a lot of places in the country because isn't there some big storm going on right now, Mr. Scott? J. Scott?
Yes, there is.
Yes, so there is.
Do you know the name of the storm?
I'll tell you what it is in a moment.
He's going to get
That's
to
what we
it.
call a tease.
And,
J. Scott, the classic
I'm out there
tease.
driving today, and people are going like 0 miles an hour in the fast lane. Like, you got to get over it. If you're afraid to drive, I understand. You want to take your time. You want to be safe. Then get over. Don't be in the left lane.
If you are that afraid to drive, don't drive at all. All right, there's a couple of different types of terrible drivers in the snow. And the slow ones...
I just want to say your coffee is disgusting.
Snowstorm what?
What do you mean my coffee is disgusting?
Snowstorm
Did you
Inga.
put sugar in it?
Yes.
Did you put cream in it?
Sugar and cream. You can even
Let
try
me smell
it.
this.
It's so dark.
So
You did not make this. There's not nearly enough cream in. Hold on. I want to tilt this towards the camera so that people can see. I can do this. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there is not nearly enough cream in this coffee. That is ridiculous. You need to put more cream in that and come back and see me after class.
I guess it's just as bad as the driver. So what are the two types of drivers?
So the two primary types of drivers are the people that go too slow in the fast lane. Like, if you were, like you said, going 30 miles an hour in the left lane on the Northway, or the people that go careening around wildly driving 70 miles an hour on the Northway when it's snowing like this, as though it weren't snowing at all. Usually the culprits of the latter category bothers me more. I can just go around a slow driver unless there's like 3 of them in a row all lined up. But if you are driving like a giant SUV or a pickup truck, those are the type of people that usually do this, and you're like weaving in and out of traffic that is driving at a responsible speed during the storm, you're going to cause an accident. And for your
same
sake,
as people going too slow, you're going to cause an
right.
accident.
For your sake, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. But it's for the other people that are on the road, right? If you're driving too slow or if you're driving too fast, this is upstate New York, right? If you live here, you should know how to drive in the snow. You should know how your vehicle handles in adverse weather conditions. You should know how much snow on the road is going to cause you to lose traction, and you should know the appropriate speed to drive your particular car in these conditions. And just because you can drive your car fast doesn't mean everyone else can. So use your brain.
Right side for the slow, left side for the fast.
Correct.
That is how it's done when the weather is good. And that's how it should be done when the weather is bad.
And that's
Nothing
how it
changes.
That's how it should be done on escalators.
Laws don't change according to the season.
Right.
Come on.
Only the laws of physics. Well, they don't change, but they're applied differently.
Ah, it's so frustrating.
So
All right.
frustrating.
Ah, right.
Does G-Dog
Ah.
have a flame bro take? No, he's
No.
gone.
Maybe he does when he comes back. All right, so we're going to get into the Chainsmokers and Kim and Kanye having their baby in a second. But first, we have to touch on this craze of kids eating and smoking Tide Pods. Yeah, you heard me right. Tide Pods. The little pods that you get that are full of laundry detergent that you throw in with your clothes to clean them up.
I thought this was like mainstream big news, but every time we talk about this, somebody new is like, "What? People are eating Tide Pods?"
And yes,
yeah,
they
they
are.
are.
And smoking them.
I don't think the smoking is so widespread. I think that was just this one idiot that you saw, like ripping a Tide Pod out of a bong. What was that on TMZ though?
I think
it was TMZ.
It was on one of the sites. So basically, this kid, this is just how bad and extreme it's getting. It's like this kid takes a Tide Pod, pours it into a
We're talking
tobacco pipe.
Laundry detergent, Tide.
Yeah, into a bong. All right, and
You say bong.
yeah, that's fine, right? Legal. I don't know.
We're this.
Whatever.
It's the Wild
It's
West.
gonna be
the
legal
internet.
everywhere
Yeah.
somewhere. Okay, so anyways, he takes a Tide Pod, pours it into a freaking bong, hits it, takes a huge rip of it, blows out its smoke, and then takes another Tide Pod and bites it. And it's why? What is the point of it? I get it. At least don't do drugs. But at least you're getting high when you're doing drugs, right? What's the point of doing this? You're not doing anything.
I see what you're saying. It serves a purpose.
Yeah.
There's a function. There's no function behind smoking soap.
You eat
or
food
eating soap. Ugh,
to fill up, right? You drink some water when you're dehydrated. Right? You use Tide when you're washing your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Or so I thought.
That's pretty much. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's soap. Don't eat it. Stop. What are you doing?
Damn, you're just punishing yourself.
I mean, I guess it's viral because it's like a dare, but who decided?
Ooh.
I need to do some research. I need to be the Tide Pod historian. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow with the history of the Tide Pod. I think it started as a challenge.
If I bring in a Tide Pod, will you eat it?
No, I'm not gonna eat it. I'll eat old food. I'll eat expired food, but I draw the line A at mold, and B at elephant, and C at Tide Pods. No, I'm not eat it.
What a time. So Cardi B continues to break records here. So even though it's been the same record now for so she has 3 songs. She's the first, woman in history?
First woman in history to have 3 songs simultaneously in the top 10 of the Hot 100. So now the news came out today that Cardi B is the first woman in history to have 3 songs in the top 10 of the Hot 100 for 3 consecutive weeks. Well, duh. She was the first woman to have 3 songs in the top 10 at the same time. Of course, if they go 3 weeks, she's gonna be first. All we're doing is tacking numbers on at this point. Next week it's gonna be 4 weeks. Oh, breaking news. We can count.
I get it. It's definitely big news. It's cool she's making history, but let her make the history.
Right.
And then when it's done, when the run's done, then we can look back and be like, hey, Cardi B is the first woman in history to have
go X
3
amount of time.
songs for 10 weeks in a row in the top, in the Billboard charts or whatever it is. It's just, what's the point of doing it? It's almost like you're searching for a news story.
Right. Right. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like Cardi B is one of the biggest things out right now. You want to have Cardi B articles, everything like that, because it gets clicks, it gets views, it gets whatever you want to call it, right?
Generates revenue.
So you're just trying to constantly put out stories about Cardi B. And it's like, okay, it's cool. What she's doing is great. You know what? Tell me when it's over. Or tell me if she gets a 4th song.
Yeah, tell me when she adds a 4th song to that. That's more history being broken.
Continue. Have one of those day-old munchkins.
Do you guys have any more Tide Pods?
We just ate them all.
Fresh out.
Fresh out.
Fresh. Get it? Because it's soap.
Oh.
Dang, it isn't even Sunday Pun Day. We won't do that because we don't do a show on Sunday, but we could.
I owed you a better laugh than I did there.
No,
but
that's
it
okay.
Kind of went over my head.
It was terrible.
All right. So, anyways, before we get into this Kim and Kanye news and Stay Woke Wednesdays, why you need to stay the wokest of woke that you've ever woke before, the Chainsmokers, or well, at least a part of the Chainsmokers,
one half
is a cheater, a conniving fool.
Let me tell you this. When I saw this headline, it was like one of the Chainsmokers was caught cheating on his girlfriend. Okay, first thought, well, duh. Like, these are the dudes that say in interviews that they do it for the money and for the girls when they both have girlfriends, right?
Okay.
So why is this? This shouldn't be a surprise.
Can I put you on pause real quick?
Yeah.
Beep. So, just to throw some backstory here, if you haven't heard the story yet, there is a very infamous interview between Bill and the Chainsmokers that will never ever see the light of day because it's been hashtag embargoed. It's a glorious interview. I really wish you could see it, but you can't see it ever. But so that just leads into Bill's history with the Chainsmokers and why when stuff comes out about the Chainsmokers in this light, he just loves it and thrives off it and it throws another log on that fire. Play.
Okay, so my first thought was that obviously, but then I was like, oh, I bet you anything. It's Drew, like the main guy, the front man, the guy that sings, because Drew is a douche, right? So I met them last year at the Times
Can
Union
we give
Center.
some people in a little bit of the interview? Was he the one that was talking mostly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually thought, that Alex, Drew and Alex. So I thought that Alex was pretty chill. Like he was answering my questions. Drew was just like trying to be sassy, trying to be snarky, but not being funny about it. He just like was giving me one word answers that were not insightful. I couldn't even use it. So like even if the interview hadn't been embargoed, it would have been a waste. You wouldn't have learned anything about him because they weren't talking. But I opened up and I found out, wow, it's Alex. Alex is the guy that cheated on his girlfriend. He got caught on, I think it looks like surveillance video, kissing some other girl. She found out about it. She like confronted him about it. At first he was denying it, like, no, oh baby, no, I would never do that. But then she hit him with the video and he was like, okay, yeah. The quote from her, she went on this big long rant on her Instagram story. It's a shame it's not on her like actual Instagram page because you can't go back and look at it. But he said, because all men do it, it's not that bad. And in different words, that because he's famous now, he has a different rule book for decency. Basically like, oh, well, I should be able to do this because women throw themselves at me.
Right.
And then she said, what's perhaps the most amazing is that he hasn't even apologized.
Maybe he's not sorry.
Probably not. How would a guy like that?
All
be
I
not
can
sorry?
say.
It's not the first time. She even said this isn't the first time it's happened. It's just the first time that she's had proof that she could confront him with. Now, what I will say is, like I said, I was surprised that it was Alex and not Drew. But I do think that Drew probably has done this. He just hasn't been caught yet. That's all.
All right, so I don't. If maybe he's really not sorry. Maybe this is his way of being like trying to get rid of his girlfriend. Maybe he really wants to end the relationship, but doesn't have the cojones
The homeless.
to do that.
The wherewithal.
Yeah.
Maybe he's too weak to
Yeah.
call it quits, and so he's trying to push her away.
Yep. So this is what he did. So he knew that the camera was there,
Okay.
and he knew that she would check the footage. So this was just a way to initiate the breakup. This was
Wow.
his way to get her to break up with him, and not him to break up with her. So he could look back at it and feel good about it. in a
I
sense.
cheated and got her to break up with me. I didn't dump her; she dumped me.
Yeah.
But you still
Because
cheated.
then he can go and write a song like we were kissing on surveillance cam. She caught us.
and that was it, fam.
Uh-oh. Here comes the chorus from Halsey.
And that's how you get a #1 hit for 12 straight weeks. Oh, what a disgrace. Sorry, I'm no critic. I shouldn't be saying that.
Stop that. You'd be good. All right, so so there's their cheating news. So Kim and Kanye,
This is the real meaty
they welcomed their
juice.
third child to
Meaty
the
juice.
world. A baby girl. She was born the other day,
Monday
Monday
in the wee hours of the morning.
at 12:47.
So basically Sunday night.
7 pounds 6 ounces. There is no complications at all. I guess Kim, the baby was born through a surrogate, which we're going to get into in a second. So, that's somebody else carrying the baby. That's like, you take Kim and Kanye stuff and you mix it up and then you throw it in her and then 9 months later you got your baby. It's like...
Just to touch on that a little bit, Ben asked me earlier, he was like, yo, does a surrogate have any, genetic implications? Does the baby have any of the surrogate's body? And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's just like a cake, you mix up the ingredients, you put it in the oven,
it's an easy
the
cake.
oven isn't part of the cake, it just cooked it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then he sent me this link about surrogates and I didn't read it.
Yeah,
So
I
don't know.
mean, maybe, I don't know. But I'm sure there's some emotional attachment at
Sure.
least.
Yeah, when you got something growing inside of you for a few months, even Even Ripley had an attachment to that alien that was growing inside of her at the end of Alien 3. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that topical reference?
Kim was first one to have skin-to-skin contact with the baby. I guess Kanye was right there afterwards.
I would say
They
the surrogate was the first one.
Well,
Okay.
when they took it out, they didn't give it to
No,
the
I know,
surrogate.
I
They
know.
were like, "Here, Kim," and Kim
I
was
know.
like, "Oh."
That was a bad joke
So-
about it coming out of her hoo-ha.
Oh.
Thank you for the patronizing shoulder pat.
That's me being like, I don't know what to do. Like, that's a good joke. That's everything right here. Everything there's shoulder back in. That's why I'm still patting.
This is skin to skin. Well, it's skin to sweatshirt.
First one to have skin to sweatshirt contact.
There we go. Skin to skin.
Skin to skin.
Kim was the first one to fist bump the new baby.
I think Kanye came up and was like, "Yo, give me your nuts, bro."
There we go.
Or, daughter.
bro, but daughter.
So basically that happened, and they're not gonna put out, and they're not gonna sell any pictures of the child.
Yeah, they were offering, I heard, somewhere between $2 and $5 million for the first pictures.
And
of
you
the
may
baby.
think, oh, did they do that with their other children? And no, they didn't, because
They're already rich enough that they don't need baby picture money.
yeah, they don't
Let's
need
be
to
real.
go. They don't need to go that low. Well, anyway, so the reason why you should stay woke in all of this is because before the news even came out that child was about to be born, there was these rumors. Some are claiming it was a false alert, like the mistake in Hawaii to do with
The missile.
with Kylie.
All right, so Kylie went into the hospital. I don't know if she was admitted, but she was in a hospital over the weekend, and so there were reports that she had gone into labor, right? And that was basically later said it was a false alarm. But let's think about this. Let's step back and examine this point by point. So we've got Kylie is pregnant, but no one in the Kardashian family has officially confirmed that yet. We know it's true, right? And allegedly Travis Scott is the baby daddy.
Okay.
But nobody from their camp has officially said anything. They've confirmed Khloe. She made her announcement on Instagram. They revealed it on the season premiere Keeping Up with the Kardashians over the weekend. And people thought that was when Kylie's pregnancy was going to be confirmed. But no, nothing. Still nothing. So Kylie, then, there's reports of her going into labor. And they're like, no, false alarm. But Kim then had her baby on Sunday night, early Monday morning, however you want to slice it. So now the prevailing theory here is that Kylie was the surrogate for Kim and Kanye's baby.
So I was trying to draw it out a little grand to go along with it, but I couldn't follow the story good enough to do it.
I mean, that's really all there is to it. There's no hard evidence in either direction. Like,
Hit these people with this wokeness one more time here. Who could be the surrogate?
Kylie Jenner. Because we don't know the identity of the surrogate. It's been anonymous. I did read somewhere that it was an African-American individual, but it's never been confirmed. Likewise, Kylie's pregnancy has never been confirmed. And you would think that the Kardashians would be smart enough not to, like, if they really wanted to keep this covered up, they wouldn't make it so easy to connect all the dots and piece this together. Or would they? Wow. Because what are we doing right now? Talking about it. What do the Kardashians want us to keep doing? Talking about them all the time. So we got to look at the next picture of Kylie Jenner. If her baby belly, if her bob is deflated, I mean, it'll come out conclusively eventually, I think. That's why it would be kind of stupid for them to have actually pulled this stunt, because then people won't trust him anymore. Or maybe they won't care.
Well, they could always be like, well, we never confirmed or denied it.
That's true. Yeah, they never. Yeah, you're right. They have plausible deniability.
We didn't want to let you in on our personal life because this is a very personal matter with our family, and we take, the health and the well-being of the pregnancy and the baby serious, and we didn't want to put extra stress on Kylie or anything there. So that's why we never confirmed or denied. But now we're confirming it because we like to tell our whole story to the people.
Dude, I knew you would have an extra layer to add to this, and you did not disappoint.
Okay. So with all that being said, ladies and gents, anything else you want to add in here?
Oh, that was Stay Woke Wednesday, because I don't think we actually said the phrase Stay
Stay
Woke.
Woke Wednesday. So as you can see, we're kind of building things now. So Mondays looks like we're going to have Fashion Police with Steph. All right. Then on Tuesdays, Scott's Bad Jokes. Or Bad Jokes Tuesday. I don't know what we're
I
calling.
like Scott's bad jokes.
Okay.
Just flows.
Yeah, just label it. Put it on me so you don't get blamed for them. And then Wednesday is Stay Woke Wednesday. And then tomorrow, we've had some ideas. You know,
We're open
Twitter
to
finger
suggestions.
stuff, maybe some comment creep in.
Oh, you know what? We should throw it out and be like, hey, what would you like to see on Cubicle Show? And you can use your Twitter fingers, turn to Facebook fingers in the comments below, not the comments above, but the ones down there, and you can tell us what you would like us to do. I'm not going to eat a Tide Pod, but if you have a suggestion for something you want us to talk about or do or bring somebody in the office in on, I'll do pretty much anything.
So let us know, and we'll
Except
be
the
back
entire
at it tomorrow morning. But Monday through Thursday on the Facebook page, you can catch the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show at 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time zone that matters.
And frankly,
My dear,
I was like hoping that you were going to just take it away, and then I could fire off the outro.
all right, fine. You ready?
Because
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
One. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We just gotta... One. Boy!